Hello and welcome. My name is Lexi Jong, and here I like to talk about luxury beauty. And today we are talking about the Sephora sale that is starting very soon. So if you are a Rouge member, from November 5th through the 15th, you can get 20% off of your purchase. And if you are VIB, 15% off from the 9th through the 15th. And Insider gets 10% off from the 11th to the 15th. So, definitely a great time to stock up on things that you love from Sephora. And I had a lot of requests for this video. Most of the time when I try to go through the Sephora list, I go through and I try to figure out, what I would pick up. But if something's a better price somewhere else, I don't necessarily include it. This time, however, I did get some requests for people who, maybe they don't shop at those other sites. So I did include things that I would recommend regardless. And I put everything in ShopList. So ShopList is a website where, I can put affiliate links and non-affiliate links in there, but I can create these lists and posts and things, and it shows you all of the products I'm mentioning. You can click on that to go there, but I can also leave a note about those items. So for any of those items, for example, the Pat McGrath items, I would recommend them, but she's having her own sale. It's a better percentage off. So I included those items there, but there's a note. So when you actually click on the product, you'll see my note about it being a better deal at the Pat McGrath website. So anytime I knew of a better deal, I did include that in a note for those items. So we're going to talk about everything that I want, and we'll also talk about things that I recommend. So I went through the Sephora site and I went alphabetically through their brand list and I went through everything. So we're going to get started, and we're starting off with Armani. And there are two products I would recommend from Armani, and those would be the Neo Nude Melting Color Bombs. This one here is shade 50, Cool Mauve. I love this texture. It's very thin and silky. Feels kind of like silicone, but they blend out beautifully and they last all day. And they have shades that work for bronzer contour as well as for blush. Unfortunately, at this moment, Sephora is out of stock of most of the colors, so hopefully they'll restock before the sale. And then we also have the Armani Lip Power. So this is a new lipstick from Armani. Actually broke my tip here a little bit, but it's this wonderful teardrop shape, which makes it so easy to apply and get the color precisely where you want it. But I think these are just a really nice, balmy lipstick texture. They're very comfortable to wear. I love the shape. They've got some nice colors. So I would definitely recommend checking these out as well. This one here is shade 503. You can see how smooth that is. Really a comfortable lipstick. So I do think that the color swatches online are slightly off. I would say that the colors that I ended up with are both a little bit warmer in person than they were online. So just a heads up. Next, we have a classic from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Eyes to Mesmerize Cream Shadows. This one here is Oyster Pearl, and I really like her cream shadows. They're really kind of the only product I really use from Charlotte Tilbury. I think the cream shadows are really nice, and they are pretty similar, in my opinion, to the Tom Ford single cream shadows as well, like Platinum and so forth. This one here is Oyster Pearl, which is probably my favorite of them. Moving on, we have a couple of items from Christophe Robin. They have recently changed their packaging. So, if there's something you've used there before, they have updated the packaging, but the actual products are the same. So there's this perfect hair gift set, which I think is a great deal. You get the salt scrub, which I have and love and I use regularly. I have psoriasis, so my hairline and so forth is where I get a lot of patches and stuff, and the salt scrub is fantastic for that. But even if you're somebody who you don't like to wash your hair every day, I feel like every time I use the salt scrub, I can prolong how long I need to go before I need to wash it again. So I get some extra time out of my hair. and I think it's great. So it's really cool. It feels like a salt scrub for your body, but as you rub it, it kind of like melts in and, you know, becomes this like lather. So I think that's great. But this set has a full size of that, plus a mini of the regenerating hair mask, which I also have on my list here in the full size. This is my daily conditioner. I absolutely love it. It comes in a tub. They call it a mask, but it's really the conditioner in the regenerating line. I don't love the shampoo that goes with it, but I love this conditioner. So I'm on my 3rd jar of it right now. So I think the perfect hair gift set is a great deal. And if I didn't already have 2 tubs of the salt scrub, I would be picking that up. Moving on, we have a Dior mini lipstick set from Dior. And this is, they're mini, so there are 4 shades in here. And we have 999 Velvet, which I think is awesome. That's one of my favorite, probably is my favorite Dior lipstick. It's a really beautiful red. We've got 772 Classic in the matte formula, 100 Nude Look in the matte formula, and 824 Saint Germain, which is a satin. Let me show you Nude Look and 999 in Velvet, which I have. All right, so this is Nude Look, which is matte, and you can see it's kind of like a beigey nude shade. I think they might describe it as a pink nude, but it's really more peach than pink, so it's a little bit warmer in tone, in my opinion. And then the Velvet, the 999 Velvet, I mean, this is like iconic red, and I like the Velvet formula. It's neutral, leaning warm, okay? But it's really a neutral. It's a neutral red. So kind of your classic tomato red. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Dior lipsticks, these containers are refillable. So basically you just pull this out and you can snap it back in. So I do also have the refills on here as well. If you're somebody who's already used one up, you know, you can purchase the refills. It's nice to see that they are available on Sephora. Moving on, we have the Dior eyeshadow quints. They only have a few shades at Sephora. I was hoping they would have the holiday set. They're not there. If they do show up, then I would definitely recommend adding those as well. And I'll update this site whenever, or this list anytime I see something. This one here is Soft Cashmere, which is one of my favorites, but I love these Dior quints. I think the formula is great. So if there's a color story that calls to you, I would recommend it. So these are on the list. And then for my wish list, we have a few items on my wish list here. This is always on my list. It's the Dr. Dennis Gross, the LED face mask. So the Spectralite Facewear Pro. You know, I can never bring myself to pull the trigger, but it's definitely something on my wish list. And then also a couple of skincare items that I have not tried. So we've got 2 things from Dr. Laura Devkin, the vitamin C, B, and E ferulic serum. So that's a possibility. I'm looking at new vitamin C serums, so that's a contender. I've been using the SkinCeuticals, but I might also try the one from Skin Better Science. So those are kind of my 3 options there for vitamin C right now. And then also the Dr. Laura Devkin Peptide Eye Cream, which has incredible reviews. So I'm really curious about that, but I don't actually need an eye cream right now. So I don't know if I'll get it or not. Then we also have the Dr. Zenovia Peptide and Ceramide Repairing Moisturizer. And this has really good reviews. I've never tried anything from the line. I have not inspected the ingredient lists for any of these or anything at this time, but you know, that's something I'm considering picking up. I'm always looking for a nice weight moisturizer for the winter that's not so heavy that it feels greasy, but is extra hydrating. So that's definitely something I'm interested in looking at. A couple other items on my wish list would be the Dyson hairdryer and the Airwrap in the blue limited edition color. And you know, these have been on my wish list for years, but I never pull the trigger. But the color is really pretty. I don't know. I might do it. Let me know what you guys think down below. I know pretty much everybody I know who has gotten an Airwrap says they are the best thing ever, and definitely do it. But if you are somebody who's had one and you're like, nah, not worth it, please let me know. I'm very, very curious about this. And then next we also have the Evian Mineral Water Spray. So I put a 3-pack on there. They also have this large size, but I would not recommend getting this because you can hear I've got quite a bit left in here, but my nozzle keeps getting clogged now. Now I have to admit, this is old. I don't, it takes me a while to go through a bottle, but yeah, it gets clogged on the big ones. The small ones I've gotten several times, and I can go through those without any issue with the nozzles. So I like to have those around for like random face misting, or if I want to set my makeup, I actually just spray that because I don't like setting sprays. It's just a personal preference. I hate the way they feel and when they get in your hair and things like that. And I just don't like the idea of necessarily having something sticky like that falling on the surfaces around me. I know I'm a little weird, but yeah, so I use this instead, and I'm going to pick up a new pack of the 3 bottles because this one, I keep taking a pin to clear the nozzle and it's just getting really annoying. Another wish list item, this is from Fable and Maine, which I also have not tried, but this is the Amla Soothing Serum for the scalp. And I'm curious about this. As I mentioned, I do have psoriasis, so I'm always looking for things to kind of help with that so that I don't have to use the steroid creams. So I'm very curious about that. And then we're on to one of my favorite brands. Sephora is one of the best places to buy Givenchy makeup because they have, a lot of their items. So let's go through some of my favorites. First up, we have the Rose Perfecto. These are their lip balm lipstick hybrids. And the new ones are marbled. Their previous version was not marbled, and you can still find a couple of those on Sephora, but I would recommend the marbled version. They're also bigger, you get more product, so I think it's a better value. This one here is 303. I think it's called like Soothing Red, but you can see how soft it is, and then you can build it up to get it more pigmented. And these are like a lip balm lipstick hybrid. They're very comfortable. I really like them. You get a nice amount of shine, and I keep one around all the time. They're fantastic. So yeah, I would definitely recommend these. Got some more lipsticks too. The Givenchy Le Rouge Deep Velvet lipsticks. I love these, and I am going to do a video with more like swatches of the shades that I have so you guys can see them. So I'll do like a more complete video very soon with all of them. This one here is 10 Beige Nude. And this is my favorite of the like rich velvet formulas. Yes, I like it more than the Lisa Eldridge because it's not as drying. It's a little bit creamier, and yet they last really well. They are not transfer proof, but they're gonna stick around. I also love the Sheer Velvets, which is a new product, and this one here is going to be number 16, and this is probably the one I wear the most. So it's a sheer version, and you can still build it up to get more pigment, but you can see this one is really more like blurring on your lips. So it's going to give you that soft focus look. And these feel really weightless. You really don't feel them on your lips. They don't feel drying. You can revive the color just adding some lip balm or lip gloss on top later if you want to feel more texture, but honestly, they kind of don't feel like you have much on your lips. So these are refillable as well. They only have certain shades in the refills so far, but those are available on the website. Next up, we have the Prisme Libre powder from Givenchy, and they have a bunch of different colors. This is actually the original shade. When they create the limited edition versions, the caps are all interchangeable, by the way. So this is one of the limited edition caps from a couple years ago, I think. But this one here is number 1, Mousseline Pastel. I really like these because you can decant this in your lid. And look, you get all of your colors separated. So a lot of times I'll just take like a little bit of one of the shades. This is the lavender here. Just kind of tap that underneath my eyes. And you can see it gives like a little bit of blurring and brightening there. It works so well. I love this. And then I'll just like swirl the rest on my face. But, they have a bunch of different colors. And I think it's a really great product. It's one of my favorite powders. I've been using it for many years. Another great product would be the highlighter from this year's holiday collection. You actually have 2 shades here. You can see their catty corner. And I love this highlighter. It gives you a really luminous, festive look. It's Not really every day, you know, I mean, it could be, but for the most part, I use it when I want a little bit more glam, and I think it's fantastic. If you haven't tried the loose blushes, this is a great way to see if you like those. The loose blushes are not available here in the United States right now, but I know they have been considering bringing them here in the future, you know, depending on how things do in the rest of the world. So hopefully they will, but you can order them. I ordered mine from Feel Unique. They always have sales and you can get free shipping. It just takes a little bit longer, but it's actually a really good deal. Now, they don't have the entire Givenchy holiday collection, but they do have the lipstick. Oh, this one here is Copper Nude, which they actually don't have. But they have the Rouge Deep Velvet, which is a permanent shade. This is number 37. This is Rouge Grenet, and they have this in the holiday packaging, but it is a permanent shade in the Rouge Deep Velvet line with the red cases. So this is 37. Now, another recommendation, I only recommend this on sale, but this is a mini Prisme Libre powder, and it is the lavender shade from here. So they are the same shade. This is small. It's a 01 Mousseline Pastel in the travel size. It's kind of pricey, so I would only recommend it on sale, but it is very cute. And if you're somebody who's really looking for a lavender powder, I've tried like quite a few, the Dior, the Fenty, and so forth. I don't really love any of those. So this would be one that I love. So here you can actually pull this off. Oh, I'm sorry, it was a twist off. So you can twist this off and you get a little powder puff attached, and there's this, but this also screws off. So if you want to put it in a different container or something, you can do that. So just so you know, I think it's the best the best purple powder out there, unless by any chance you can get your hands on this one, which is limited edition for the holidays, but it was not available in the US. So I think, you know, it's really hard to find. It's sold out like in days everywhere that I've looked. I actually ordered mine from Japan because I'm obsessed with purple powders. Next, we have the Givenchy lip balm, and this is going to be refillable. You can see I actually used mine up. This is the plastic part here. But I saved it because I'm waiting for refills. So I don't know if this will actually come. Oh, it will. Oh, no, it's not actually coming out for a refill. But, you know, they are going to make a refillable version. So I saved mine. These caps, though, they found all of the Givenchy lipsticks. So if you want like a different cap to differentiate and so forth, you know, I like the white one personally. Another product I'd recommend are the La Rose Perfecto liquid lip balms, and they do have a fragrance. So, you know, if you don't, I don't usually like a fragrance, but I like the lip balm enough that it doesn't bother me. This is 17 Nude Chill, and I just think it's a really nice, you know, lip gloss essentially. I think it's very comfortable, and yeah, I like this one. And in my cart, I actually have a couple more of these in some other shades. I also included the lip liners from Givenchy. I think these are really great lip liners. This one here's a new one for me. This one is number 9, Mocha Renversant. But number 8, Parma Silhouette, is my go-to. It's kind of like the Pat McGrath Done Undone, or, you know, it's like that pinky nude shade. So I love that. And I also love the Givenchy Kohl eyeliners, which here's the blue one. They don't have very many colors on Sephora's website, but they do have this really pretty cobalt blue. So, and then I think they have black and brown as well. So I really like these. And the Givenchy Prisme Libre Skincare and Glow Foundation. I've used a lot of mine. Let me show you. You know what? You can't really see. I guess you can't really tell, but I used this for like, if I had to go like day by day, probably like 3 months worth. So probably about 90 to 100 days I've used this. So like I've gotten that many uses out of it. I'd say that's pretty good. Oh, and I still have plenty left, but I'm just saying that, you know, it's one that I really like. So it gives you like a little bit of a dewy finish. It does have fragrance. So I personally love it, but try samples. Next, we have the Gucci eyeshadow palette. And I absolutely love the packaging on this. I think the eyeshadows are nice. There's nothing special about the eyeshadows, but I love them anyway. And I absolutely love the packaging. I think this would be a great holiday gift for somebody who loves makeup, you know, just because it's something kind of new and different and just really pretty packaging. So I would recommend this. I also put on the Gucci face powder, which I like, but I don't love. It's not my favorite, but I do think it's a really nice powder. I typically use mine with a fluffy brush instead of with the powder puff it comes with. And then, of course, the Gucci bronzer. I wear shade 01. It's my favorite bronzer. I don't really wear any others very often. And I'm not a huge bronzer person, so I don't wear it every day, but that's the one that I love. Also from Gucci, I put the nail polishes on there. I really like the Gucci nail polishes. For me, they last longer than like other brands, like these other premium brands and so forth. They perform really well and they go on very smoothly. They've got, you know, the self-leveling and so forth. So it's, you know, easy to get a nice look from them and they last really well on me. So I really like them. For me, they perform better than my Chanel and Dior nail polishes. So I think they're a winner, especially if you can get them on sale. I also included this Gucci, it's a lipstick and 2 lipsticks and 1 lip balm in a set. I think this is a great holiday set. I don't love their satin lipsticks, so I'm not going to pick this up, but I think it's a great way to try it, and I think it's a good price. I think it's like, what, $90? So $30 for each one, plus, you know, getting, you know, whatever percentage off you are. It's a pretty good deal. The Gucci lip liners are on this list. I think those are a nice lip liner. They're basic, but, you know, I like them. They're not a favorite, but I think they are a nice one to have. So if there's a particular color you're looking for, it might be a good one to look at. The powder eyebrow pencil, I absolutely love. I don't like the other eyebrow pencil from Gucci. I only like the powder version, and I have 2 of these because I really like it. So this one here is shade 01. And then I like the spoolie on this side because it's actually like a very stable, kind of just robust spoolie. So I think it's a really great pencil. And yeah, one of my favorite brow products of all. The Gucci eyeliners I also put on here, and I like the Gucci eyeliners, but again, I don't love them, but if they have some really great colors. So I'd still recommend getting them for certain shades, but I think like for your basic shades, I would go with a different brand. So this one here is Amethyst, and you know, it's really nice. I like the colors on this. So I've got a few unique colors. I would repurchase more of these in the bright colors, but for basics, again, I'd go with a different brand. Moving on to Guerlain, we have the holiday collection. So they've got the holiday lipsticks there. They have cases as well. I love these fabric cases that came out with the new velvet lipsticks. I definitely recommend trying one of the velvet lipsticks as well, but you know, I love these 2 for the holidays with the gold through it, particularly the gold red, which is going to be cooler in tone. And then they have the gold brick, which is warmer, has a little bit more brown. But you can get a variety of cases. These cases are there as well. That's like a permanent case. You know, all of these fabric ones now are permanent as well. And some of my favorites are actually these like jeweled ones. So, you know, you can get any case you want. They do vary in price from like $22 to $37 for those. But I really like them. And then we also have the meteorites. I personally love Guerlain meteorites. They have a violet scent. And this one here is the holiday one. So this is gold pearls. If you don't have any and you don't really like the holiday one though, I mean, I would recommend picking one up in, you know, your color. They have like 3 permanent shades, I think. And so I have shade 1, which is, oh no, I have 2, clear light. So this is, yeah, I really like these though. I mean, buffing them in with the former Face One from Sonia G. Now it's called the Buffer Pro. But if you buff those in, they give you just this gorgeous like glow without like shimmer and sparkle. The holiday ones do have a little bit of shimmer in them though, but the normal ones are less sparkly. I also put on the Guerlain Holiday Bronzer. Now this is an overspray in the gold, and it's shade 3 for medium skin. So I did not pick this up because it's too dark for me, but if I had a deeper complexion, I would totally get that. I think it's gorgeous. I also put on my favorite fragrance from Guerlain, which is the Aqua Allegoria Mandarin Basilic. I've worn it for years and I just think it's like such a great everyday scent. You know, it's classic. I really like it. It's a little fruity, a little floral, but it's you know, not overly girly or masculine. It's kind of in the middle a bit. And then I also put on, I don't have this one anymore. This is the matte version, but the glow version, I went through a whole bottle of this and I love that foundation. They carry it at Sephora. They're out of most of the shades, so I don't know if they're restocking that or not, but if you can find your shade, I think that is a great foundation. Like I actually went through a whole bottle of it, which don't usually do. So I would definitely recommend that, as well as the Guerlain Kiss Kiss Shine Bloom lipsticks that came out this past year. So I love these. I have tons of these. I pick up more shades every time there's a sale. And this one here is 129 Blossom Kiss. This is one of my favorites. It's that pink shade down there. Again, this is going to be like your lip balm lipstick hybrid. Just so comfortable on the lips. I really like it. There is a fragrance. You know, let's face it, all Guerlain has a fragrance. And then I also put on this little retractable brush. This is a foundation brush. They call it retractable. It's not really, because the brush itself doesn't retract, but you have this little like cover and then you can put a lid on it. And so I think this is great for travel, but I use this brush here at home all the time because I think it's just so easy to use. Like you can see the density, it's very soft. It's, I think bamboo and synthetic, or just, no, it's bamboo and charcoal, I think maybe. But yeah, because of the charcoal and the bamboo, it's supposed to be a little bit more antibacterial naturally, and you're supposed to not have to clean it as frequently. I still clean mine pretty frequently, but most people don't, and I have been yelled at from like Guerlain essays about doing that because it's not intended to be washed that much. But I think it's a great brush. I got it when it first came out and mine's still going strong. And then we have a few items from Hourglass. Oops. This is one of the Scattered Lights shadows. And this one here is Vivid. And I really like this formula. I like the way it feels. I like the way it performs. And I mean, you got sparkle. I don't really get a lot of fallout or anything from this. And it stays put. It's a very thin formula, so you don't feel it. It's kind of like, it's not as silicone-y feeling as the Armani Neo Nudes, but it has that same thinness of texture that does. It just doesn't have as much of that silicone vibe to it. So I really like these. And I also put on, I know this is a controversial product, but the Hourglass eyeshadows. Now, I would not recommend purchasing these when they are not on sale, but this shade here, Bid, is awesome. I really like this formula, and this one here is Bid. I haven't found anything quite like that. I have lipstick stains still from Chanel. They do not go away. But look at that shade. You know, it's a great formula, great color. These are not magnetic, so you may want to get a palette to put on it or a magnetic sticker to put in something else. But I absolutely love the way they perform, and I love that particular shade. So I put them on here. But again, don't buy them full price. Next up, we have the Hourglass Vanish Blush Sticks. These came out, was it just in the spring? Anyway, I like these. I'm actually wearing Sacred today, and it's a really nice cream blush. They have this like triangle shape. I don't really like applying it directly to the skin. I prefer to put some on my finger first or use a brush. But, you know, they've got great colors, good performance there. Really like those. Next, we also have Ilia. So the Balmy Gloss Tinted Lip Oil. This one's my favorite and only you. It's almost empty, actually. I picked up a new one. I also have the Balmy Tint Hydrating Lip Balm. That I think is downstairs at my desk. But, you know, I think that's a really great product as well. They're a clean formula, so they have kind of that scent of a clean product, you know, like herbal. Like there are some herbal ingredients in there. The lip gloss doesn't, but the hydrating lip balm does. So it just smells a little herbally. But then we also have the two of these mini glosses in a duo. And so those are actually in my cart right now because they have shades that I don't have. It's like Saint and Tahiti. So those are sitting in my cart. I also put on the Love Don't Be Shy icon set from Kilian. I have this fragrance. It's my daughter's. This is their favorite fragrance, you know, on me, or they would like to get some as well. But I think these icon sets are a great deal. So check them out and see if there are any other sets that you like. But you get a full size, you know, regular bottle, but you also get the travel size. And the travel size, those are refillable. So, you know, it's a really nice case and you can just like insert your little refill size. So that's one of the great things about Kilian is that they do sell like refills and things for your products. And yeah, I really like this. I picked up this set last year, so I don't need to get it again, but I would recommend it. Moving on to Kogan Do. The Aqua foundation, they seem to have like all of the shades there right now. But they don't really have too many other Kogan Do products, so I don't know if Sephora is actually going to be the best place to buy it. I would probably wait and get it from a different place like Skin Store or Macy's or someplace, just because I know that the stock is being refreshed there all the time. But, you know, they do have all the shades, so maybe they are fresh. I'm not sure. Then I also put on the L'Occitane Holiday Advent Calendar. And I think this is just a great way to try a lot of their products. I love like trying all of these little things. And my dad actually likes a lot of their shower stuff. He's like obsessed with lemon scents. So their lemon scents are one of his favorites. So I just think this would be a really great gift for people, especially if there's somebody you're not sure what to give to them. Lila B, they have a mini Lovingly Lip Tinted Lip Oil Duo. I really like the formula of these. I wish they would expand the shade range. I'm not going to get this duo because I have one of the shades in the duo, but I really recommend the formula. I have the shade B Elegant. It's a very nice product. Let me see if I can swatch it up. All right, so here it is. So this is the size of the minis because I bought it last year. But this one here, it's like kind of like this brownish shade. So I think like online, it looks different, but you can see it's definitely gonna be warmer and browner and a little bit darker than it looks online. But I think it's a really great product, very comfortable. Then I also have the Makeup by Mario cream blushes. If you haven't tried these yet, you are missing out. So I am working on a video with ranking all of my cream blushes. I've been testing all of them out again. This is still right up there in like my top 3. So I would highly recommend them. You've got the blush here. I mean, the packaging's okay. I haven't had issues with it, but you know, it's not like luxe packaging or anything. Then at the bottom, you've got this brush. This brush actually, it comes out, see? So you can take it and clean it, which is like fantastic. So you can hear the little click, it clicks in. So these are fantastic. I have all of the shades. They last all day. They're like, they're balmy, but not like, they're a dryer balm. You know, they're not one of those ones that's going to like stay like sticky on your cheeks or anything. So they are fantastic. I would highly recommend them. I also like the powder blush that goes with those. So put those on there as well as the highlighter in Opal. Opal is really more of like a white gold. Let me show you. So this one here is Opal. It looks white, but it's really more like there is a touch of gold in it. Excuse this lipstick stains. So it looks like a bright silverish white. And then when you get the light to hit it a certain way, you can see like a little bit of like white gold, like a little bit of a pale gold glint to it. The rest of the highlighter shades are all really yellow gold. But this one is special. The formula is amazing. I really like this. So I would definitely recommend those from Makeup by Mario. He recently came out with lipsticks and lip liners. I don't love the lipsticks. I haven't tried the lip liners yet, but I do have one sitting in my cart, so I can try those out. The Melt cream blushes, I haven't tried much from Melt, but I would recommend the cream blushes. Most of them are shimmery, which I don't love personally, but the shade Honey Thief, which is this gorgeous peachy shade, I love that one. I wore it a ton this summer, so that's on the list. And then we have some things from Merit. The Minimalist foundation stick, I really like that. I wear shade Silk. I use it for like under eye concealers, you know, like spot concealing and things like that. I think it's a really great product. The packaging on it isn't great, you know, it's just not good. Like my stick at this point, well, mine's gone now, I think, because, you know, it got to the point where it started falling out of the packaging. Now, to be fair, I had it for a while before that happened, you know, but, you know, it started falling out, and then the one time it fell out and kind of got ruined. You know, it got like rug hair all over it and stuff. So that's gone. The Merit Flush Bombs, I think those are a really nice balmy blush. Those are going to be a little bit more of that dewy, like balmy to the touch type balm, but they perform really well. They don't last all day, but they do last the majority of the day. They're similar to the Jones Road cheek sticks. And there's a Holiday Essentials kit from Merit that has a mascara, one of the Shade Slick lip oils, and a cheek blush. And I would recommend trying the set if you're interested. I really like the formula of the Shade Slick, and they've recently added new shades, which I haven't tried yet. So I have those on my wish list as well. The NARS High Profile Cheek Palette, I put this on here in case anybody's interested. I think I probably wouldn't repurchase this again just because I think there are better things out there, but I do think it's a nice palette, and when you put it on your skin, it looks really beautiful. Natasha Denona, we've got quite a few things. I'm going to kind of go over quickly some of the previous items, but we've got the Glam Eyeshadow Palette and the Retro. I think those are great. The Love Palette is currently half off. And then if you get your discount on top of that, I mean, like, you can't beat that price. I don't have the Love palette, but that's on the list. Sunrise is the same way, but that's out of stock at the moment. I don't know if that'll restock. Then some minis. My favorite minis from Natasha Denona would be the Retro, the Zendo, and the Gold. And then the Mini Metropolis set, which I haven't tried yet. So, but it comes with a little brush and it's the same price as the other minis. So I think that's a pretty good deal. It's a really cute little set, you know, stocking stuffer, Christmas gift, things like that. The Natasha Denona 28 pan in purple blue, I think is a great palette. If you want to purchase from Sephora, I would get it during the sale. I would not pay full price for this palette, but if it's one that you've been looking for, you know, this is a good opportunity. Usually the Natasha Denona website will have a buy one, get one free for the same size. So you could get this and the other 28 pan palette from her site, usually around Black Friday. But I have to say I've had issues ordering from her website a couple times in the past, so I don't really like to recommend it. But if you're willing to take that chance, it's a better deal. That's really the only place you're going to get a really good deal. So yeah. But what I am going to be picking up will be this Natasha Denona Glam Face and Eye Palette. Very curious about this. It is currently loaded on Sephora at the time of this filming. It should be going live soon before the sale. And yeah, it might already be live by now because I think I'm filming on Tuesday. It's supposed to launch, I believe, this afternoon on her website. So I do plan on picking that up. A few items from my wish list. Nest New York has a little, it's a trio of roller balls for a holiday set. I think that looks cute. Or the mini fragrance discovery set from them. I'm curious about them because I did get a sample of the Wild Poppy fragrance, which I liked. So kind of want to smell more of them. So those are on my list. The Olaplex mini, you know, hair healthy hair essentials set. You know, I pick one of those up every year, and I don't use Olaplex daily, but I like to use it once in a while, kind of to revive my hair after a bit. You know how you like to switch things up. So I have that on there, as well as the number 8 Bond Intensive Moisture Mask, which I have and performs really well. Also, the Way Leave-In Conditioner. That's one of the products I use on my kids every day. They have thicker hair than me, so it's like a leave-in conditioner detangling spray. They really like this one, so we'll get another bottle of that. And then we're looking at Pat McGrath. So Pat McGrath, you know, we've got a few things that she's got great items on the Sephora site, but her sale online is 30% off on her website. So I would pick things up from her website unless they're not available or you don't like ordering from her site for some reason. So this is her blush in Nude Venus. I love the formula of these. I'll try not to swatch too much here because of the stains, but this is Nude Venus. I think her blushes are great and they're finally on sale on her website. So, you know, pick them up there first if you can. Also, Sephora doesn't have as many motherships as they usually do, but the Midnight Sun is one of my favorites, so I put that on here, as well as the under eye blurring setting powder. I really like that. You know, I have flattened mine a bit, but can't really make a dent because I personally just like to take my finger, swipe a little bit on it, and then pat it under my eyes. So I use such a small amount of product at once. The Artistry Wand, I like the Pat McGrath Artistry Wand. I think, you know, it's not the best thing ever because I don't find that it helps with longevity, but it really helps to amp up the color and it helps adhere the like glitter and stuff a little bit better. So I like it for those purposes, and I think it's really easy to use. I like it. It's a little bit easier to amp up the color with that than getting things wet. So yeah. And then we have the Pat McGrath Lip Fetish Color Balm. So this is one of the, you know, lip balms. This is a tinted one. This one here is Dark Romance, which I really like this one. So this came out last year, and yeah, I thought it was, just thought it was so pretty. So pick that up. The other lip product I like from Pat McGrath would be the Divina Lip Shines. This one here is Belle Amour. These are going to be a balmy lipstick hybrid. They're pretty pigmented though. So speaking of that, there is a Sephora favorite set for lip balms where you can get a full size of Nude Venus, which is this one here, along with some other lip balms. So some of them are like travel sizes and stuff, but that set is already $21, like it's on sale. And then to get your discount on that, I mean, to get a full size of this, it's the best price you're ever gonna get, I think. The Pat McGrath lip liners I like her concealer. I like the Celestial Divinity Luxe Quad and Nocturnal Nirvana. So those are all things that I have on the list, but again, I would shop at Sephora first. Rose Ink. There are really two things I'd recommend. That would be the concealer. I think this is a really nice hydrating concealer. This is LX010. Let's put this right here. Okay, so it's a really nice concealer. She's got a good shade range. So I think that's really great. And I really like her cheek product. So here's her cheek product, and these are refillable. They sell refills and so forth. This is just such a cool texture. I mean, you can see it's kind of got this velvety look, but the texture is interesting. This is called Azalea, and I think they're a really great product. So those would be on my recommendations list. And then some other Sephora favorites set. There's a Sparkly Clean Makeup set. And this has a new product that's not released yet from Tower 28. This is on my wish list, so I might pick this one up. I just haven't decided for sure yet because I think I don't have anything in this set. But yeah, so I'll probably pick up this set. There's the lip balm set that I mentioned. Also, you know, Sephora, they have all those sets like the fragrance samplers, and they have a mascara sampler and so forth. And you get a coupon for a full size product from that box. So you get all of your little minis, and then you can, turn in your coupon for a full size of your choice. So I think those are a great way to try things out. So I've got that on there. And then we also have the Shiseido Kajal Ink Artist, particularly the Byrodo Green. I think this is a really nice product. And I'll just put this up here. This is Forest Green. You can see there's like a touch of blue in it, but it's a really beautiful green. And I think the actual performance of the product is great. Tom Ford eyeshadow quads. Pick up a color story that you're interested in. I really like all of the ones that have the, what's the formula called? I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. I can't think of the name. Anyway, I like the ones that have the formula like New Dip and so forth. So if there's a color story you're interested in, I would take a look at those. Tom Ford lipsticks. Again, I have been picking up all of the new shades. I have all of them now. Sugar Glider is actually on my lips right now. Let's add a little more. But I really like them, particularly Sugar Glider. It's my favorite out of the ones that were new and re-released. So those are on there, as well as the lip glosses. I like the Gloss Luxe. Exquise is a great one. I think that one is still available, and because they discontinued some of my favorites, like Smoked Glass, which is the best color ever. But I do like the new ones as well. They're just mostly out of stock right now. The Tom Ford Shade Illuminate blush duos. I will have a video coming up with all of those because I have picked up the rest of them now. And I would not, it's a really expensive blush. I would get them on sale, which I did, except for the first two I bought. So I would definitely recommend, if you're interested, check those out while they're on sale. There's also a Tom Ford set. This set was at Nordstrom during the anniversary sale. And if you're interested in the colors in there, I think it's, it's nice to get something a little extra with the little mini lipsticks. And then we also have the Tom Ford Soleil Sunless Lip Gloss. Mine's downstairs, but this is the color changing one that turns to like peach and there's like glitter in it. Really pretty. It came out this summer. We've got the Cream and Powder Eye Duo, which I have the Black Sand one sitting right here, and I love the formula of these creams. And it does come with a plastic lid. Mine's just stuck in the top at the moment. And then the powder topper. So I think these are really great. If there's a color combination that you like, I would recommend picking that up. Or the singles, the cream color, I like Platinum. Tom Ford Black Orchid, that is a scent that I really like for the winter time, so I put that on here, as well as Tower 28. I put a few things. The Tinted Balms, the Beach Please. I don't think they are the best cream blush. They don't last that long on me, but I think they're a great, inexpensive way to try some colors that maybe you're not going to use a ton of for something that's more expensive. So if you want like a particular like crazy color or something, I think that's a great way to try it. They also have the lip duo with two of the lip glosses. I have to say I use the clear lip gloss from Tower 28 all the time just to refresh my lip colors. So then there's the Sunny Days Tinted SPF 30 Sunscreen Foundation, which is new, and I'm considering trying this. It's got great reviews. So it's on my wish list, but my particular shade is out of stock, so I don't know. Viseart. The Viseart Grande Pro Volume 2 eyeshadow palette has been discontinued. Sephora still has it. I would pick it up. If you are interested in those colors, these are all like shimmer shades. If you're interested in them, pick it up because it's not coming around again. But the other Viseart palettes, I would actually recommend waiting for the Muse Beauty Pro sale that always takes place around Black Friday. Because they usually do something like buy one, get one free and stuff like that. So I would wait on the others, but the Grande Pro 2, if you want that, I would pick that up. Another wish list item is this Valespa Mini Candle Advent Calendar. I just think that's a great way to try a bunch of different scents and so cute. So interested in that. Westman Atelier, these little trio sets. I think these are so cute, and I would have totally gotten these over the full sizes because let's face it, how often are you going to use up one of those big ones? This is a great way to try things out. There are two different sets. I would definitely recommend those. Then we also have the Westman Atelier Super Loaded Tinted Highlights. And I really like these. This one here is Peau de Rosé. I only have two of them. I have Peau de Rosé and Peau de Pêche. And I really like both of them a lot. I tend to wear Peau de Rosé more often because of my coloring, but Peau de Pêche is gorgeous as well. The Westman Atelier Contour Stick, it's one of the only contour sticks that I like. I think Biscuit is a great shade for me. It's a little bit cooler in tone than some other brands, so I think that's great. The Westman Atelier foundation, I really like their foundation. It's my favorite stick foundation. Love their liquid lip balms. Let's face it, they're really just a lip gloss. They're nice. They do have a fruity fragrance to them. And the blushes, I do like their cream blushes. I think I have all of them except for the one that was in the holiday set last year that never came back. Now, the Westman Atelier blender brush, I put on this list. I know a lot of people are interested in their brushes, and I like their brushes. I should put these on the list. The eyeshadow brushes, particularly this one, I really like these. But the blender brush, you can get a dupe from Chantecaille, the Buff and Blur brush, and they now have a travel size, which I think has a shorter handle. But you can see that these are essentially the same. They're both synthetic. This is, I forget, it's like a third the price of this. And you can get the Chantecaille on sale at different times. So I would recommend that over this, but if you are interested in the Westman Atelier brushes, now would be a good time in particular. I also put on the Westman Atelier iPods. Okay, so here's the new color story in Rendezvous. And I don't love this formula, because I don't think it performs as well on me as some other brands. But I love the color story. It's kind of like the Natasha Denona mini retro color story, but it performs really well. So I would recommend this particular set. Plus, I love these little containers. They're magnetic. You can mix and match. And, when they're empty, you can use them for other things. Like I know people use them to store jewelry when they're traveling and things like that. But I think that's a great set. So that sums up all of my recommendations and my wish list items. I'd love to know what you are considering picking up and what you guys think about what's on my wish list. So let me know and I will see you very soon. Have a great day and stay safe and healthy.